In this video, I'm going to show you how to do this awesome fading text animation right inside of Adobe After Effects. So let's get into it. So once you're inside of Adobe After Effects and you've got a brand new composition created, we're first going to begin by creating a brand new title. So we're going to go up into the T icon, select anywhere on this black video, and then you just want to type out the first letter of your word. So if you are doing, let's say, I'm going to do my last name, for example, so Brooker. So we're going to split this up into the different characters. So one layer for B, one for R, one for O, one for O, one for K, one for E, one for R. That means there's going to be 7 layers in total. So we're going to start with B. Then we can just select that. We can increase the size of this. We can customize this. So I'm going to remove the stroke from this. I'm going to keep this white. We can change the font. We can change the size. And then once you're happy with the look of that, we can just turn on the proportional grid, move this to the center, and then I'm just going to adjust the anchor point. As you can see, the anchor point is down here in the bottom left, and that means all the animation is going to go from this specific point. And I want that to animate from the center of the character and not the bottom left. So we'll press A to load the anchor point, and we'll move the anchor point into the center of that character. Perfect. Now we'll move that into the middle, around there. So from here, we're going to go roughly 2 seconds to the right. We're going to load up transform in the text. So we'll go drop down arrow, transform, drop down arrow, and we'll create a brand new keyframe on position, scale, and rotation. We'll also do opacity as well. So opacity should be at 100 at this point. Now we'll go back to the very beginning and we're going to increase the scale. We're going to add some rotation. We're going to move the position off and we're just going to pull the opacity down to 0%. So we get this soft fade in. Of course, though, if you've watched this channel, I'm not a fan of these particular keyframes. I think when it hits the point, it stops too aggressively. We want this to slow down and hit its point rather than suddenly stopping because it feels more natural. And in order to do this, we have to select everything, right click on one of the keyframes, go keyframe assistant, and select easy ease. So as you can see, that is much softer. Now from here, we're going to go into effects and presets, and we'll search for blur. And of course, you can choose any one of these blurs. We've got literal blur, camera lens blur, camera shake de-blur, cross blur, radial fast blur. There's so many different blurs here to choose from, but I'm just going to choose a Gaussian blur. Let's see how that looks. So if I increase the blurriness on the Gaussian blur, that is how this Gaussian blur is going to look. And that's a good blur. I think that looks good. So we're going to begin by increasing this up to around 50. We'll go to the very beginning of the composition, so at 0 seconds, and we'll create a brand new keyframe on blurriness. So we'll select the stopwatch icon. We'll move over to that last keyframe and we'll pull the blurriness down to 0%. And if we play this back, you can see we've got this nice soft focus effect and that's falling into place. So we have now successfully completed the animation for the first letter. The thing is though, there's 6 more letters. We've got B, R, O, O, K, E, R. We've only done B, so we need the rest of the letters. So we're going to copy B, go Command C, or you can right click and copy that way. But we'll go Command C and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll change the next one to R, then O, K, E, and R. There we go. So we're going to select all of those different layers. We'll select all of those. We'll drop down the drop down arrow, go into transform, and we'll just hover over that position. So we're going to go to R, we'll select R, and we'll move R over to the right. Make sure that it is sitting in the center. We'll go over to E, we'll drag that over to the R. Go to K, we'll drag that over. And just keep repeating this process for every single character and every single letter that you have here. So just keep working through until you get them into their final position. Of course, if you're not happy with the positioning of that, you can always go and change the position. That's completely fine. But once you're happy with the look of that, we can now go to the very beginning. And as you can see, they're all coming from the same point, and that looks a little bit messy. So we're going to begin with the R. We're going to change the position, make sure none of the other keyframes are selected. We'll change the position and we'll put this over here onto the right. And we can also change the rotation so that it rotates from a different angle, and we'll also increase the scale. Now we'll go to the next letter E, we'll pull the position up. We're going to transform, we'll increase the scale, we'll add some rotation the other way, and then we'll go down to K. So we're going to transform, we'll move the position down, but obviously as you can see I just made a rookie error, everything is selected, so it's going to move both the start and the end point. So we'll undo that, deselect those keyframes, select the first keyframe and move the position down. We'll decrease the scale on this one, add some rotation, and we'll keep working down. So O, transform, and you just basically just want to keep working your way through all of the letters until you completed this effect for every single character in your text animation. And there you go. Once you've done all of that, you can just render this out, play this back from the very beginning. And as you can see, you've got all of your different characters animating in from different parts of your frame. They're rotating, they're doing different scale effects until they finally hit that last position. Of course, if some of the animation is too aggressive, so let's say this R is a little bit too big, you can just go in, go to that first starting point, and you can just decrease the scale a bit so that it now isn't as much, it isn't in your face as much. And of course, you're more than welcome to adjust the blurriness on each of these characters as well. So let's do a more intense blur on some of these characters. So we'll go to the beginning, go into Effects, Gaussian Blur, and we'll increase the blurriness to 200. We'll go to K. We'll go into Effects, Gaussian Blur, Blurriness, and we'll increase that all the way up to around the same, around 200 something. And when we play this back, you can see we've got more of a unique effect happening. So the R and the K are now more blurry to begin with, so they come into focus a little bit later. Play you back in real time, you can see how awesome that looks. And of course, we can also accentuate this by adding a null object and parenting everything to the null object and then animating the null object. So we're going to do that by going into Layer, New, Null Object, select all of those individual layers, use this pit whip tool, the parent pit whip, will drag that onto null 1. And then as you can see, if we go into transform, if we decrease the scale on everything decreases. So we're going to start by pulling this down to around 90 something. We'll create a brand new keyframe on scale. We'll move roughly 6 seconds to the right and we'll pull this down to 70. And now when we play this back, it's going to take a moment to render. But when we play this back, you'll notice that not only is each individual character animating in, it's got its own blur effect, rotation scale, position, but the entire word is also decreasing in size. So we've got loads of different animation going on here, and that is making this title look really awesome and really dramatic. So as you can see, if we play this back in real time, you can see all of that now happening. And there you go. That is how you do this really awesome individual character blur transition text animation effect right inside of Adobe After Effects. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate your support, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. See you there.